The livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walking, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. And bleed we shall. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And yeah. 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 Soak it in, y'all. Soak it in. Soak it in. Soak it in, because we're about to go in. Let's do this roll call. My brother JC Storyteller in the building. If you missed his live last night, go catch the recap. We was cooking Three-Headed Monsters. Go subscribe. Jermaine Callahan, Eric H, Sadiq, what's going on? Copper Aborigines, what up, what up, what up? Taiwa, G McCall, Vince Valborn, Cameron Fields, salute, sis. Mind of Mansa, Musa, what's good? Yeah. Rick Blackwell, Rod Neal. Slipped the jab in the building. Rod Neal, 2 times. What's good? Star City J, where you been? What's good? Ballmasters Football, L Hitman X. Derek Gaines, the legend. Abdul Anwar. Isha, what's going on? Soul Power in the building. Jeff Spark, always representing. Salute. Mark Wonderlick, always representing. Salute, salute. Mo G, what's good? Xavier, what's good? Well, let's Dill Spoolie, what up? What do we have here? What's happening? What's happening? Hassan, what's good, brother? What's happening here? What's happening? What's going on? Tell me what's going on. I mean, y'all tell me what's going on. What's happening? What we got? What we got? What's going on, Shakur? What's going on, Shakur? All right. MXC was good. Tell me what's going on with Shakur. All right, so we know he's had some problems with his hand, right? Just yesterday, yesterday night, as a matter of fact, this. And I'm like, WTF, what's going on here? I said, this an old picture? What's happening? I'm like, whoa. What? What just happened?
What?
Wait a minute. The fight's around the corner. What? Then this. Right? Now look. I know Shakur was the popular pick to win this fight. I know that. I know he was picked to style on this dude. I know that. But do y'all recall me saying this might be a trap? Do y'all recall me saying this Cordina fight, it might not be what you think? You ever call me saying that? Yeah. Did y'all do y'all homework on Cordina? He might not be the mark that you peg him to be. Now, there was a few things working against Shakap in this situation. The major thing was he's fighting on this rider season thing. The other thing was it's Matchroom. What do we know about Eddie Hearn and matchmaking? What do we know? Y'all tell me, what do we know about Eddie Hearn and matchmaking? Talk to me before I go any further. Haven't we always said, hey man, it might not be what you think. It might not be what you think. You cats are gonna learn one way or another. One way or another, you're gonna learn. See if I can pull this thing up. It's probably not on here. Nah, it's not on here. I'm not gonna try. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. Anyway. Eddie Hearn. Wasn't we walking around here calling Eddie Hearn like the worst matchmaker in the world at one point? He was doing that, right? Because it seemed like he was getting his guys beat. Or was he? Was he getting his guys beat, or was he putting them in against competition and they were actually in good fights? You understand? Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. Don't take my word for it. Shakur pulled out the fight. Now, I don't know the extent of the injury. I mean, come on, Drew. Give him a break. I ain't giving no one no breaks. Don't you dare tell me to give this kid any breaks. No. Absolutely not. Don't you dare. I refuse. I'm not. No. Well, you don't know. It's his hand. Yo, listen. Don't you dare ask me to give this little kid a break. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. No, sir. No, sir. I'm not giving him no breaks. I don't know if he's telling the truth. I need doctor's notes. I need MRIs. I need x-rays. I need all that. Because I don't believe you, fella. I don't believe you. I think Shakur pulled out this fight because he realized what could potentially happen to him. That's what I believe. I believe he ducked Cordina. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the first time. Where was this fight being held? Saudi, right? What happens in Saudi? The real happens in Saudi. Do y'all understand that Ajit Kabiel is on a 2-fight win streak? Right in your face. Real stuff happens in Saudi. Do y'all realize that Tyson Fury went to Saudi and got knocked on his behind by Francis Ngannou? And many people say, yo, I think he won that fight. All right, fine. And then he loses to Usyk. You understand that? Our good brother Deontay's on a 2-fight losing streak over there. Understand, nobody would fight him all year long, so he was dry. Then they put him in there with Joseph Parker, who fought like 4 or 5 times before getting to him. So he was hot. And then the Zhilei Zhang fight happens. Pay attention to the outcome of that. And we don't like it, but this is true. And now this kid is running around with Matchroom. What does Matchroom boxing do? I just told you. Shakur is just leaving Top Rank with a bad reputation. Not that he lost, but what's his reputation? He's boring. I never said that. That's what they're saying about him, and that's public opinion. So he's coming over to Saudi with that in his mind. The judges will have that in their mind. And who knows? Maybe they say, hey man, if this kid refuses to engage, we might not give him rounds this time. How do we know we won't be looking at this Stevenson versus Cordina situation won't be a Roy Jones versus Glenn Johnson? Shout out to Glenn Johnson situation. Y'all remember leading up to that fight? That was supposed to be Roy Jones' comeback fight, a showcase fight. What do we know about showcase fights, y'all? That's supposed to be a showcase fight, right? And as soon as that bell rang, Glenn was on him. And we're watching the fight like, yeah, eventually, he's going to run out of gas and Roy's going to start countering him. And, y'all must have forgot. And that never happened. Glenn landed one and it was a scary knockout. We wanted Roy to hang it up right then and there. Remember that? Do you guys think that Cordina was going to go in there and box with this kid? Remember when I just said we don't know if Shakur could take a punch and things? Yo, do y'all think... Look at Cordina's face, y'all. Look at his face. Joe the Beast, I'm going to bring that up. Because this is exactly where I'm going with that. You think this dude was going to go in there and play with Shakur? I think by now, fighters understand, I can't outbox this kid. I got to make it ugly. Go look at the Glenn Johnson-Roy Jones fight. He didn't even try to box Roy. He fought him, and he won. Young Abel, salute. He said, I'm not going to outbox this guy. I'm going to outdog him, and he won. As a matter of fact, if you could find the post-fight, well, after the fight, Roy got up, thank God he was okay. When they interviewed him, Roy was saying things, and if you wasn't in shock, you heard him say it. I remember clearly, it was the first time you heard Roy admit what he wasn't used to fighters doing. And I know I heard him say, yeah, I'm not used to guys, coming at me in a ring like that. That's not me. He said that, bro, something to that effect. And I said, oh shit. It's time for him to hang it up now before he gets hurt. He admitted that what he don't like in that ring. He don't like the pressure. Not like that. I was like, oh, okay, all right, listen, okay, it's fine. And it's a possibility that Cordina was a finna play with this kid. I'll box him? No, I can't do that. He's too good. But let me check that chin, though. Let me put him in a blender. Let me cut off the ring. Let me work the body. Let me make it ugly. In Saudi, rider season. And although he's undefeated, he's coming in with this cape on him that he's boring and he's a runner. And if Shakur's able to run and get away from Cordina, and that's another thing, Hassan, I understand Cordina could crack. But if he's able to keep away, they're going to punish him. So he rushed to get on this co-main event, the undercard. And now they're looking at him, he's looking at it like, yo, if I come down here and goof up, it's over. No more Devin discussions, no more Tank discussions. It's a wrap. Because then they're going to want him to run it back with Cordina. Then they're going to smash the gas on the De Los Santos rematch. And Tank and Devin and everybody else gonna be doing other things. And in the blink of an eye, it's over. Remember when I said, how about that 25%? How that looking now? Remember when I said that? This is one big self-inflicted wound, and I don't care how you feel about it. So, where's the videos about Pillow Fist? Where's the Pillow Fist at? Huh? Hold on, let me pull this up. Let me pull this article up real quick. I'm gonna remind y'all of something. First and foremost, I don't believe anything that this kid says in reference to his injury. I think he's completely FOS. That's an acronym. Y'all do the math. I'm trying to watch my mouth this morning. Oh, I'll be damned. You know, there's a link I put. If y'all don't remember, I did a video about Charles Conwell, and salute to him. He was a victim of circumstance, and when I say circumstance, he was following the advice. He was following the advice of people that he trusted. Now listen carefully, y'all. People that he trusted with his career. If y'all don't remember, because I did a video on it, AJ Moore says now Cordino is a problem. LOL. Okay, y'all. Well, the fight's not happening. So you believe this kid is injured? AJ Moore, you believe this kid is injured? And all I'm saying is, check the resume. Shakur's a liar. See, once you lie, I have a problem. I have to double, triple, or quadruple check everything you say. Here's why I don't believe his hand is injured. And I'm going to support it with Charles Conwell's situation, all right? Here's why I don't believe he's injured, all right? Do you remember the pool party that he was invited to after Devin Haney won? After he beat Lomachenko? All right? Remember the look he gave Devin? Okay? Remember he got in there and said, I think Loma won. And then the next day, he said, no, I think it was a draw. Why you, what? You was there at the fight. I thought you scored it for a Loma win. Then the next day he was on another interview. He said, no, he think it was a draw, right? And then, right, at that pool party, did he not send bottle service over to Devin and said, sign the contract? I called Bill when I saw that video and I said, yo, he sent y'all an offer? Bill laughed over the phone. He said, we ain't getting no offer from that guy. Oh. But you know what offer was real? Before Devin left, 135, he offered him 25%. And Shakur's response was, I know my worth. So he lied about sending Devin an offer, a contract, and then he said he knows his worth, and he refused to fight Devin. So Shakur's a liar. So I'm supposed to believe that he has some sort of torn ligament? I don't believe him. And I'm going to explain why I don't believe him. Here's why. He didn't say he turned his ankle. He didn't say, he has COVID like Teofimo Lopez. You know what he said? He says he has a hand injury. And here's why I don't believe that. Back to Charles Conwell, right? And salute to Charles Conwell. He's a cool kid, but he took the advice of people he was working with. He scrapped the whole event where he was main eventing. And I did a video about this. And I just went to my old video. I put the link in the description and I just went to the link. The link is not there anymore. It was on ESPN. But he admitted that he faked an injury, in particular, a hand injury. And the reasons why, and this is something I did not know, the reason why they used hand injury is because those are the most difficult to prove. I didn't know that. I I had no idea. It said that in the article. And let me explain what he did. All right. Charles Conwell was main eventing at some place. And I think his cousin was fighting on the undercard. They had a whole card, and he was the main event. And his team said, yo, listen, we got bigger money for you. Where? He said, it's with Triller. He said, really? He said, we can get you, I think they offered him the co-main, on the Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos undercard. You can make more money over there. And he's like, well, I got this fight lined up already. He said, scrap the event. There's more money. You're making X amount of dollars here, and I know you're main eventing, but if you go over there in this Teofimo Lopez undercard, you'll make like double the amount or something like that. He scrapped his event. He was going to fight on the undercard, and what happened? Teofimo Lopez pulled out of that fight. I think he had the COVID or whatever. He postponed that George Kambosos fight like 3 or 4 times. That I remember. Charles Conwell literally yanked the carpet from underneath his own feet and tripped himself up. He didn't get no undercard money off the Lopez fight because the fight never happened. And he trashed his own event where he was headlining. Listening to his team at that time. I don't know if he still worked with those guys, but he dropped names in that article. That's why I'm mad that the article doesn't work anymore, because I left the link in the description. But he spoke on this. He admitted it. BFTB, salute. He admitted it. He admitted it. He admitted it. I was like, yo, his cousin was on the undercard, y'all. Now think about this. When you scrap an entire event, and the event apparently wasn't good enough for it to just continue without him being on it. When he scrapped that event, no fighters got paid. The refs they hired are not getting paid. The judges are not getting paid. People bought tickets, they got to get refunded. People that work at the concession stands, they probably do that part-time. They're not coming to work that day for that extra couple of $100 they're probably going to make that day. Vendors don't get paid. Nobody gets paid. In fact, people lost money because he lied about an injury. What I'm saying is, it affected everybody, y'all. That's what I'm saying. He pulled the plug on an event where he was the main event. So when you talk about people sacrificing, taking short money, and y'all want to clown Devin Haney, right? He went to Australia twice and took short money. He signed deals with Eddie Hearn, taking short money with a high risk. Same thing with Bob Arum. This young man is a boss. And y'all clown him? I understand you Negroes. I really do. The hate is deep. The hate is deep. I get it. But what do I always say, y'all? Time reveals all truth. And a lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. All those cats at that arena just said, hey, man, you know, the main event got scrapped because Charles Conwell got hurt. He had a hand injury. People don't know better. About a year later, he's talking about it. Y'all don't feel any kind of way about that? And I'm not saying Charles Conwell is a bad kid. He was advised to do that. He was advised to do that. He spoke about it. I'm only talking about what he said, y'all. I'm talking about what he said. That's what he said. I didn't say that. He did. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up the video. because I read it. But you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the link in the description on both pages. Pin that. That's the video I did about Charles Conwell. Let me go to the other channel. It's pinned on both my channels. I got you, Stormy. Thank you for that. And if I missed you in the chat, know that I love you. That's the Charles Conwell video I did. When was that video done? 3 years ago, y'all. That's 3 years that done passed already. 3 years ago. I ain't forget that, man. I ain't forget that. And the pipe bomb was they used hand injuries because his team told him hand injuries are the most difficult to prove. And I said, how about that? I had no idea. The things you learn. So now that I'm armed with that information, you expect me to believe this kid? I mean, you tell me. And that's what I'm saying, AJ Moore. It goes beyond Cordina being a problem. All right? I'm saying it's a possibility Cordina would have been a problem. It is a big possibility because everything was lining up, y'all. Shakur having this bad aura surrounding him. He's fussing with people on Twitter. He's displayed a lot of mental weakness. He has a lot of mental weakness. They're dragging this kid, y'all. Dragging him. Telling him, what do they say? Oh, you're boring, and he's smoking out his opponent. He's not losing rounds. And what does ESPN do? They show people leaving the arena. So he got all of that going on. And they say, hey, man, we got some work for you here where? In Saudi. Okay. Against who? Cordina. And y'all looking past Cordina, but check his resume. And all I'm saying is, we looked past Glenn Johnson, didn't we? We looked past James Buster Douglas, didn't we? Right? We looked past Ricardo Mayorga versus Vernon Forrest, didn't we? There was a lot of history lining up right here. And the popular pick is Shakur. He's going to go in there and smoke him out. No. And then he's working with Eddie Hearn. We was calling him the worst matchmaker in history about 3 years ago. His guys kept losing. AJ was favored to beat Usyk in the first fight. Remember that? See what I mean? There was a lot of history lining up here. And then this kid gets a hand injury. I don't believe this kid. Plus, he's a liar. He's a liar. He's a liar. And listen, I'll tell y'all where Shakur lost me. And I'm going to show you how fair I am. He lost me with that bottle service. I was able to get past that look in the ring he gave Devin when he beat Lomachenko. I'm sorry, when he schooled Lomachenko. He had to show him how to fight that night. I know y'all don't like that, but that's the truth. After the fight, Devin went home and they had some food and they partied. Loma went to the hospital with broken ribs. I'm not lying. He went to the hospital with broken ribs and he cried. He cried for two reasons. He got his ass beat and his ribs was hurting. Where's the lie? Devin made Lomachenko cry. That's a fact. It's a fact. Don't get mad with me. That's what he did. And Shakur snake-eyed him. And I was like, what's he looking at him like that for? Maybe I'm looking too deep. But that next day, that look went viral, did it not? I said, oh boy, he's a hater. And then the bottle service signed the contract. And was that Devon's house that he did that to? I was like, wait a minute. Wait. Wait a minute. Why would you do that? I thought that was your friend. Well, all's fair in love and war, right? I get it. I said, Bill, was there a contract? He said, no, man. No, hell no. So what the hell's the bottle service about, Shakur? I said, man, all right. He's one of those niggas. You don't trust these niggas. No. No. A dude like Shakur, you don't have him in your set. You keep him away. You keep him away from you. This is the dude, right? This is the dude. Y'all ever had a dude around y'all? Watch this, y'all. Think back like when you was in high school. Well, you could be at any point in your life. You go to your shorty and she got an attitude for no reason. You're like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. Huh? And for months, it's like, what's wrong with her? And then you find out, because, women don't get along either. Immature, let me be specific. Immature women don't get along. Then you find out. You know why she mad at you? Here come one of her girlfriends. She mad because she heard you've been talking to Quisha down the block. Huh? I mean, I see her in passing. I say, what's up? No, I don't. What? Who told you that? Well, I don't know. I don't want to say nothing. Listen, you're telling me this information, but you're not telling me where you got it from. That means you see more value in the person you heard it from than me. So you wasting your time telling me. And then when she tells you who it is, I'll be damned. Ain't it that Shakur looking nigga in your set? You're like, oh man, this dude play ball with us. He laugh with us and joke with us. What is he doing telling my girl that I'm talking to Shorty, or I see Shorty in passing, or what is he doing? What is he doing? And then when you question him about it, like, yo, did you tell my girl like 2 months ago that I was talking? Then they want to justify. First, they're going to deny it. And then when you corner them, then they're going to try and justify it. Well, I'm saying, you can't be talking to her. Oh, my God. Now you missed the goody two-shoes to the point where you're trying to lie. Bottom line is he was trying to stab your girl and Shorty that he seen you talking to in passing. He was trying to slam both of those chicks. And watch this. Both of them told no. So the best he could do is try and put your dick in the dirt. Y'all know the type. I know Steve L know the type. But you know the type. And not saying that you've been through it, but I know you know the type. Shakur's that type. He the type of nigga that try and get every chick around the way. He got their phone number, on the phone with them at night, talking to them like he friends with them. Man, he's setting them up. He trying to get those drawers, man. What do I talk about? And that's just one example. You don't keep dudes like Shakur around you, bro. You don't. Y'all will never understand how offensive that bottle service was. A lot of y'all brushed that off as a joke. I said, no. That's not a joke. You don't play like that. Especially when I learned the things that the Haneys did for this kid. That was dangerous, man. You don't even play like that. Somebody, one of his boys, he told his boys, yo, I'm going to do this. Start filming. And they got some shorties to send that over to Devin. So everything that the Haneys did for him went out the window. Every man for himself, right? I'm trying to get that bag. I'm trying to fight you. Man, all you had to do was ask Devin. Because watch this. Even after the bottle service and you acting like an asshole, before he left 135, he offered you something. And you said, nah, Devin, I know my worth. Well, what is your worth, Shakur? Getting called boring? People disrespecting your skill set? I never did that. You can't say I'm a hater. I never did that. I never disrespect. In fact, I spoke up on behalf of Shakur. I'm like, why are they calling this young black fighter boring? Why do they always call us boring? That boring and running, that's reserved for black fighters. And I was on here saying, don't do that to that kid. It's his opponent's job to cut the ring off and try and land something. If they can't catch him, that's their problem. That's what I said. So you can call me a hater. I'm calling it how I see it. What he did to Devin, that's not what friends do. So I guess they ain't friends no more. But on the way out 135, he offered you something and you said no. So it was 100% about the disrespect and jealousy rather than you trying to accomplish something. Now, how the hell Devin is going to Australia, taking short money, went to Australia the first time with half a corner. Bill didn't get on the plane and get there until the 11th hour. Taking short money and all this other weird stuff. Now, why is it that no one says, hey, Devin's a boss for doing that, but then you turn around and offer Shakur something and they saying that Devin was trying to lowball this kid right here, with allegedly a hand injury. This picture means nothing to me. If you can pay some chicks to wear a bikini and take bottle service over to Devin, then you can pay some doctors in the hospital to take this damn picture. This picture is just as illegitimate as punch drunk in his goddamn coma car accident. I don't believe it. Freedom's March salute with that super sticker. I don't believe it. It's all bullshit. Because all I heard with that dude, well, oh, yo, Drew, he flipped his car. I said, that's bad. I said, you can ask Kano. I said, man, that's bad. And then you know what my next question was? Is he okay? Never mind what he does online. I know he's portraying a character. But I'm sure he's a father, a husband, a brother, a nephew, a son. Is he okay? That's all I said. And I didn't have no news. They was like, well, we don't know. And Blue Blood did a video. And a bunch of people that I don't care for did videos. Oh, man, I heard he, I hope he's okay. I said, okay, I hope he's all right. The next week, he's releasing pictures of him waking up out of coma. He got the earring in his nose. I'm like, wait a minute. They gave him the nose ring back? I said, uh-oh. And I didn't say anything. And then my phone started ringing. I'm like, oh, man, don't. You know how many people I told not to do videos about it? I said, don't. Leave it alone. This is what y'all don't know. I spend more time trying to diffuse beef behind the scenes than a little bit. I promise you I have. I said, leave it alone. Don't. Leave it alone. Don't. But I can't stop everybody. Because, like I said, there's people I don't deal with. They just started popping up on my algorithm. And then police reports came out. And incidentally, the area where the accident happened, I know that. This is the 19th precinct. It was 2 blocks over, if I'm not mistaken. And I said, well, okay, there it is. I'm done. I was never on it. I didn't celebrate when I heard the news when we was told what it was. And then when I saw the picture, I was like, what? Okay, all right, I'm out of it. Leave me alone. I'm out of it. And you be amazed how many people I said, don't do anything, don't say anything. Yeah, Mark, the GoFundMe pics, I said, stay out of it. Stay out of it, y'all. Stay out of it. There was people who were like, yo, I want to so bad. I said, stay out of it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Stay out of it. Leave it alone. Stay out of it. And I know that's not what you haters want to believe. I spend more time defusing beef behind the scenes until I just can't anymore. Well, I use that for an example. How I'm looking at Shakur is how I saw that. The difference is this kid is the athlete. Now, mind you, he's ditching out on Saudi money. Now, a lot of y'all might be saying, hey, man, you know, that's Saudi money. And what do we say? Don't we always say all money ain't good money? All money ain't good money. Get yourself a Stormy B-Man shirt. It's my choice of fashion today. Get your ass to the back of the classroom. All money ain't good money. There's no amount of money in the world that is worth an upset. If you are able to go to Mike Tyson with your cell phone in the past, a week before the Buster Douglas fight, and say, Mike, I'm from the future. Man, he was so high back then, he might have believed you. You lose. James gonna beat you. Don't take this fight. He wouldn't do it. You asked Mike if you could take back that night against Buster Douglas. Thank you, Stormy. I appreciate that. He wouldn't do it. He'd take it back. Like, no, I ain't doing this. He might have trained more serious. He might have just went ahead and took the Evander Holyfield fight because Evander was there that night. All money ain't good money. We was just saying that, right? I don't know how much Shakur was going to be making, but let me just pull a number out the ether. Let's say Turk was giving him $2 million. Let's just say that. I'm willing to bet that there was something with this Cordina situation that didn't make him comfortable. And enter a hand injury. I don't believe this kid. And this, my belief towards him, is because of his past. And this isn't hate. I could separate the two. For instance, I'm not a Shakur fan like that because of his behavior. But I don't have a problem with his fighting style in the ring. Where's the lie? I tell people, leave him alone. That's y'all fighter's job to stop what he's doing. He beat Edwin De Los Santos. That's not my problem if Edwin don't know how to cut off a ring and get him into a firefight. That's not my problem. Oscar Valdez, he kicked his ass. And he told him, just make sure you ain't cheating. I was in full support of Shakur. I'm not calling Shakur a cheater. I'm saying he has a bad rap because of his fighting style. And his promotion company, former promotion company, Top Rank, they didn't do a good job helping, killing that. Watch this. Why didn't Bob Arum protect his investment by saying something like, you guys say that Shakur is not a powerful puncher. Some of the best fighters today are not punchers. I think Shakur, his skill level, I haven't seen anything like that since Willie Pep. Did you know Willie Pep once won a boxing match by not throwing one punch? I mean, I think Shakur is on that level by today's standards. But Bob, he's still boring.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
The Bob father. Why couldn't he do that for Shakur? If people are leaving, zoom in closer on the ring. They couldn't talk up his skill sets. Oh my God, he didn't even get touched that round. Oh my God, haven't seen anything like this since Willie Pep. So let me get this straight. You can tell the boxing public that this white guy from the Ukraine, you haven't seen anything like that since Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. But you can't take this black kid out of Jersey and compare him to Willie Pep? Right in your face. See, I didn't even think of that, did you? He could compare a guy that lost his second pro fight to Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard, but he can't compare his star boxing product to Willie Pep, who's a Hall of Fame legendary fighter. You couldn't even do that for him? Are y'all following me? Do I have to speak it in real English? Do you not hear me? Do you not hear me? Oh, let me just put this up right there. Willie Pep has a movie coming out. I think that's him. There's a movie coming out about him. Yeah. But watch this. Willie Pep, you know, great fighter. And he was knocked out by Sandy Saddler. Yeah, that happened. But we just say he's still great because a lot of the greats has losses. You know, Ali got losses. Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, you know, Marvin Hagler. So Bob couldn't do that for Shakur. We can't expect him to do that for Shakur. You know why? He had Bud Crawford. What did he do for him? He killed the Manny Pacquiao fight. He openly said, I killed the fight. Did he not say that? Okay. He killed the Manny Pacquiao fight for Bud, but then sends Manny to Australia to lose to Jeff Horn. And then turns right around and says, the amount of money I lost on Bud Crawford, I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills. Meanwhile, he's a promoter. But it's a new level. It's a new level of function today. You hire a promoter to promote you, but he expects you to get on the gram and promote yourself. So what the fuck are you paying him for? The term playing in your face manifest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Get your hand off my penis! So you expect me to believe that Shakur got a hand injury? I need to see the MRI results. I don't even know what I'm looking at. But I'll take it to my doctor that did my surgery. I gotta go see him in a couple of weeks. I want to see his MRI. Watch, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna show him like, yo, man, look at this hand. There's something wrong with this hand. He'll be like, he gonna look at it and be like, whose is this? Like, it's a boxer. Really? Does he swing from trees? Doc, that's racist. No, he's not. No, it's not. This is the hand of a gorilla. It's not even his hand. Shakur gonna give you an MRI. He'll give you an X-ray of a gorilla's hand. It's not even gonna be the hand. He gonna be like, it's not even his hand. It's the foot. Yup. Y'all believe Shakur with his lying ass? Let me ask y'all a question. Has Shakur lied? Just put yes or no. Has Shakur lied? Has he lied? Let me just put this in simpler terms. Some of you are married or in long-term relationships or had girlfriends or boyfriends, whatever it is, right? As a person you're dating or you're married to, has they ever lied to you? You ever caught them in a lie? Watch this, watch this. Have y'all ever lied to a person you're dating and got caught? It's okay. It's okay. Your past is your past, whatever. Isn't that watch this, y'all. So has anyone ever lied to you and you caught them and they're like, and you're just standing there like, this mofo's really lying. He or she must not know that I know. Wait a minute. And then you just play the game like, I want to see how long this is going to continue. You just like, and then what happened? And then what? Oh, yeah. You said you was where? And then what happened? And the lie just goes on and on and on. And you're like, my God, this motherfucker really gonna, Because at that point, I'm like wondering how long is this gonna continue? Because this person can't respect me as a friend. Because you're just lying and lying. And it's like, oh, this is bad. It's getting worse. And it to the point where it's embarrassing that you have to step in like, whoa, stop. Let me, look, just me and you in it. I was at the place of question. You weren't there. Everything you just said is bullshit. Everything. And I know. But look, they don't know. So I'm going to rock with you. But you need to stop talking now. Because now I'm putting myself in a position where I'm going to have to justify your bullshit. And that's just me being a friend. See, I don't do shit like that no more. Because I'm not compromising my integrity for any fucking body. I'm not doing that. I've done it in the past, like, goddamn. But then at the end of the day, it makes me look stupid. But that's how much of a friend I am. I'll stand in the pocket for you. But goddamn, when it gets a little too outrageous, sacrificing my integrity. No, I'm not doing that. Thank you, Stephen X. It's called ethics. There's a fine line between loyalty and ethics. I'm a loyal person. But then when I have to compromise my ethics, got a choice to make. And sorry, I'll choose my ethics over loyalty. 100%. Moving forward. I can't. Because you find that person might not have the same ethics as you. That's why you have to surround yourself with people of like mind. Because those people won't put you in a position where you have to compromise your ethics. But if you have no ethics and you have no morals, Harlem in the building, what up? You have no ethics, no morals, then get the F out of here. You straight? But the person that wants to compromise your ethics, they're not your friend. And that's something you got to learn growing up. Because kids don't understand that. They just go through things. That's why you have to really properly, you have to just watch your surroundings. That's all I'll say. That's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. You've seen it right here on YouTube. People are cool, and you're wondering what the hell happened with them? The ethics weren't lining up. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. Happened right here in the LDBC. Y'all see it? Y'all seen it? Ethics weren't lining up. And it's like, all right, man. 1 second, y'all. Speaking of ethics. Yeah. So yeah, man. You never stop learning as you age, right? So when we talk about ethics, funny how everything goes back to boxing. Ethics. Y'all saw. Can I ask y'all a question? This is not a loaded question, but I'm gonna give you a lot to think about. Do you trust Shakur? Yes or no? Just put it in the chat. It's just a broad question. Do you trust Shakur? Now, a lot of y'all are thinking, well, as far as what? Yeah, exactly. As far as what? Because nobody in the chat that I know of know him. I don't know him personally, but do you trust Shakur? Now, a lot of y'all, that's a loaded question. Oh, well, you know, I don't know him, and I know Drew don't know him, and I don't. Oh, you know, well, this is only boxing. He might be a cool kid, and, you know, he is a father, and he, you know, yeah, all of that. Consider all of it. Do you trust Shakur? It's okay. Just tell me how you feel. Do you trust him? Yes or no? It's a broad question. Do you trust him? Now watch this. So far, everyone's saying no. So none of y'all trust Shakur. Now watch this. Why? Hey, Darnell, I was looking for you for like a week. Yep, look. True boxing night. Not since he put hands on a chick. You see? All of that's considered. All of that's considered. Look at that. Look, Stephen X say, he lies. Look at that. Look at that. Go figure. And we don't, I don't, does anybody in the chat know him personally? I don't. I'm just looking at what he's done. When you're evaluating a person's character, what do you have to go off of? What you see. And I'm just going off of what I see. Y'all will never, some of you will never understand that look he gave Devin. I saw it live and I was watching it on my TV. I said, the fuck is he looking at him like that for? I don't like that shit. I was like, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. But I knew it wasn't me because the next day, that shit became a meme. And I said, I don't like that look, man. I don't, maybe I'm just, maybe the camera just, maybe I'm looking at it a little too, maybe the camera just, maybe it's like one of those things where, you know, there's pictures online on YouTube, Drew Titan exposed, and they catch me like this. You can't trust a guy looking like this? Okay. Fine. Looking at that picture, I said, nah, maybe it's just me. And then the bottle service, I think the bottle service was the next day. And I said, hold on. This kid is a hater. And then I found out all the things the Haney's did for him. They let him sleep on the couch and all kinds of stuff. Took him out, put money in his pocket. All kinds of things I heard. I'm like, man, and you know what? He ain't denied either. So I said, why the fuck? Wow. Oh, chill, Xavier, for real? Y'all all right? No, I don't play with that, man. Because we had an earthquake here in New York, and me and Ack was live and almost peed. If I go out, I want to go peacefully. I don't do none of this disaster stuff. Airplane crashes and earthquakes. No. Y'all good? 2.7? I don't care if it's a 1.0. It's all bad. All right, cool. Now, okay, I understand. I ain't been clowning. I don't like that, man. Earthquakes? No. Nope, I don't like that. Nope. All right, Darnell. No, I don't like none of it. We felt the earthquake here in New York. Y'all remember that? I was on Bear Cave, me and Ack. I was like, what the hell? And Ack was in Brooklyn, and I'm all the way in the Bronx. We at least 30 miles from each other, and I was like, you felt that? He's like, yeah. And the damn thing, it was coming from Pennsylvania. I was like, nah, bro, that's whack. Paul Carrick, what up? That is whack. Nah. Chill, bro. That's the earth farting. I don't want no smoke. Crazy.
Listen to this right here.
Then buildings start collapsing. I'm good. Yeah, in New York, we get a bad one out here. It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. A 7-point something hit Manhattan. It's over. Shit falling, bro. I'm good. Anyway, boxing, please. I know, Copper, bro. Nah, that was. Nah, I ain't want to talk about it. That was crazy, bro. Hey, Copper, when that happened, I was at work. I was on the FDR, and my coworkers was like, well, one of my coworkers, she was like, oh, that's the train. I said, what train? We're by the FDR, ain't no train over here. And we look up, the buildings is doing this. I was like, oh. My boys told me the funniest story, but I didn't know, whatever. Because they were in a high rise when that happened. And when they looked out the window, it looked crazy. Buildings was like this. Nope. Not good. Not good. And if you're in Manhattan, where you going? Where you going? Your best bet? Well, don't listen to me. If you by the water, if you're on the West Side Highway, go towards the water and hope that a building don't fall towards the water. Hope everything falls in. If you're on the FDR Drive, same thing. But the FDR Drive is like some of that shit is underneath buildings. And you can't run from the east side to the west side in like 5 minutes. You can't do it. You know, there's like no escape, bro. It's over with. If you're on the west side, you might survive if shit start falling. But nah, straight disaster. But let me get back to boxing. That shit, that's some scary shit. So Shakur is untrustworthy based off of his actions. Oh, by the way, you know what I never mentioned here? Well, BFTV mentioned it a bunch of times. What he did to Jamel Herring. He did that to Jamel Herring before he did that to Devin. See what I mean? Jamel Herring was another good friend of his. You see? You see the nonsense? You see what I mean? Shit like that. I know it's just business. Yeah, okay. It's business. Okay. And Jamel was his friend, was he not? Right. So when I ask you these things, and still, I'll say all of this stuff about him. I don't have to lie on the kid, but I can question his integrity, question his friendship with his relationships with other people, right? Which is why I don't feel sorry for him, right? And I still am able to differentiate. Can't talk this morning. Differentiate his behavior to his in-ring performance. I say, you look, he's a piece of crap, but nobody could touch him in the ring. That's just what it is. And I think on the way out, like how when Manny Pacquiao was done with Top Rank, they sent him to Australia to get robbed by Jeff Horn. Shakur, on the way out, they couldn't rob him, but what they did was they degraded his character by showing people leaving the arena before his fight was over. Right? They did that. He's called for knockouts, hasn't gotten them. He's a runner, he's a track star. So all of that stuff he's leaving Top Rank with. Top Rank done did the work. They didn't promote him like he's the next Willie Pep. They didn't promote him like he's the next Willie Pep. One more time. They didn't promote him like he's the next Willie Pep. What they did do was they degraded him. That's what they did. That's what they did. He connects with Eddie Hearn. Great, Shakur. Got a fight. Rider season, Saudi. Ah, that's good, Eddie. Yeah, that's good. Who am I fighting? Cordina. Oh, okay, sign it up. And then when it marinated, wait a minute. Let me see. Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson. Wait a minute. Vernon Forrest for Carter Mayorga. Wait a minute. Glenn Johnson, Roy Jones Jr. Wait a minute. Shakur versus Cordina. And he has all of this stuff on his shoulders now. You're boring, you're a runner. And he's thinking, what if I get to 12 and they take it from me because they say I ran for 5 or 6 rounds? Uh-oh. And now he starts to read this. Spirits, no spirits, both liars. And now he's thinking about how he treated his friends, Jamel Herring, Devin Haney. Right? Right? Remember when I said you get what you put out, good or bad? Remember when I said that? You know how many people are walking around life, I could do what I want. You think it don't come back to them eventually? And it's not on our time. I know we'd like to see it. The dirt you do comes back. It comes back. And right now, Shakur, I believe he's afraid. Because right now, how he's moved with people that he called friends, he's ruined relationships. Maybe the Jamel Herring relationship he didn't hold to high regards, because Jamel Herring's no one checking for him. He's touched a few M's. He was a damn good fighter. But he jerked them in the bank and then beat him in the ring. They don't speak no more because of the business behind it. They could have been dapping it up right now. But he went behind Jamel's back and he snaked him. That was personal. But fuck that, right? And then, bottle service to Devin Haney. Thought that was your friend. But wait a minute. He tried to give you the fight. And what did you tell him? You didn't want to break bread with him because what? He wasn't paying you enough? What about the fact that you could have been undisputed with one fight on pay-per-view the first time? And the most important part to me was, he's gonna be drained. Remember that? He said that. Rubbing his hands together like Birdman. Remember that? I didn't say that. He did that. And I said, damn. But the 25% wasn't good enough. Then he was running around trolling George Kambosos. And what did George's father say? Senior, take 25%. Remember? Look like an asshole. George Kambosos, I believe his net worth, don't quote me, but His net worth might be more than Shakur's. And Shakur, I think you're the better fighter than he is. Well, let me not say that because y'all haven't fought. And you're running around with a Lomachenko shirt on. Yeah, you was on Top Rank. And they said the guy that was every bit as talented and charismatic as Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray with 3 losses, one of which you was in attendance for. They still see more value in him than they did you. They don't care how many shirts you wore with his name on it. And when you pressed him, you said, when you going to fight me in the ring? He said, I'll fight you outside. Completely played you. You said, no, in the ring, which is the right thing to say, but nobody cared. Where's your people, Shakur? So all of these things, y'all, are coming back to him. There's a reason why he don't want to fight in Rada. I don't believe this hand injury. I don't. And here's the sad part. The boy who cried wolf. Cried. Yeah. The boy who cried wolf. I don't believe him. He could have an injury. I'm just telling you I don't believe it. I'm telling you I don't believe it. I don't. I think he's FOS. I think he's FOS. It's an acronym, y'all. Do the math. Do the English. I don't believe him at all. Because according to what Charles Conwell's former team told him, and this is unfortunate, and salute to Charles Conwell, he was following the advice. The link is pinned at the top. When y'all get a minute, y'all can watch it. I did a video on it. There was a link I left in the description, but that link don't work anymore. It was on ESPN. Well, Conwell gave an interview, and he said his people told him to lie about a hand injury. That's right, main biker. They said hand injury because those are the hardest to prove. And now this kid got a hand injury. That's right, Hassan. Saudi been... You can't go to Saudi and not be prepared. Whether it's in Saudi or a Saudi card. Shout out to Jared Anderson, whose team failed him. I told y'all that Jared wasn't the next big thing, but I never degraded his skills. I said it looks good so far, but we're gonna find out when he find Tay. What up? We're gonna find out when he finally fights someone that hits him back. We're gonna find out. And what did we find out, y'all? Yeah, Jared displayed some dog. He got knocked down. He got up, but Bakoli kicked his ass so bad to the point where people are like, I don't know about no rematch. He may have to go fix that for another 3 or 4 years. And what is he doing at heavyweight? Because heavyweight division is shark-infested water. And based off of what we've seen with that, who's he beating, really? Now it's like, can he beat AJ? Can he beat Daniel Dubois? Now you're asking, like, wait a minute now. And then it dawns on you, shit, he was beating people he was supposed to beat. But I told y'all, when he fought Charles Martin took the fight on 2 weeks' notice, out of shape. And when Charles started throwing punches back, he looked confused. I said, I don't like that. And he's in the back, laying on his mother's bosom. And I saw this dog with a coat on walking around. I said, what the fuck is that? Wait a minute, he got mental problems? And he's crying on his mom's boobs? When he takes medicine, he's depressed? Okay. And then it dawned on me. This kid said he wanted to get out the game by 27. Done. Charles Martin fight happens. I said, okay. Then they put him in with a couple of guys that he was supposed to beat. All right. King Kong Ortiz is this old man. Why wasn't he your mark? I think I know why. Then they put him in there with Bakoli. His team failed him because everybody, particularly Sugar Hill in particular, he knew who Bakoli was. It was his job to say, you know what? Not that guy. And nobody, I promise you, nobody would have held it over his head. You know why? Because nobody in America knows who Bukoly is. Nobody. You know what they do know? Michael Hunter beat him. That's all they know. And fans today are just cool saying, oh, my guy would have won anyway. We don't need to see it. He would have. We know what would have happened. And then I just remind you, Douglas Tyson, Forrest Mayorga, Glenn Johnson, Roy Jones. You don't know. The fights need to happen, man. Jared Anderson's team failed him. That's why you have matchmakers, the famous matchmakers at Top Rank. No black fighters. It's there for a reason. It is a business. You're trying to move a guy along and he comes from some country, but that country's going to buy pay-per-views and you could sell merchandise for him. But there's 2 or 3 black guys ranked in the top 20, all wrong for him. You mean to tell me there was no one on Jared Anderson's team that said, yo, Bukoly, no, he's all wrong. And if we don't take this fight, no one's going to hold it over Jared's head. Because the trade-off is he's still a little marketable and he'll be undefeated. But this guy, Bukoly, this is not a game. Somebody said we got it, but this is Sugar Hill, y'all. When Anthony Durrell got slept in the Barclays by Caleb Plant, Sugar Hill, there you go. There you go. And funny how I said Anthony Durrell, right? Everything's coming full circle. Y'all remember all of that stuff coming out? What was said about Deontay Wilder, and everyone was going to these fighters who haven't really done much in their careers, and and this ain't disrespect. I'm just saying people come to me and say, yo, why are the Durrells talking like this? And I'm like, I don't know. But they say things, and these fighters start having opinions about other fighters. And you're like, where's this coming from? I don't know. And then that happened. And I said, well, why did that happen? And I said, oh shit, who's in this corner? Sugar Hill, baby, Sugar Hill, in concert. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay. What triggered Andre Durrell, his brother? What triggered the Devin Haney hate in the first place? That was out of nowhere. It was out of nowhere. I didn't even bother to hit Bill and be like, yo, do y'all have a relationship? Because I know the answer. The answer is no. When I tell you that a lot of you black people are diseased, that's the shit I'm talking about. What the hell triggered that? And Devin responded accordingly. And then he gets back online and apologizes like a couple of days later. Bro, nah. You said what you said. You meant it. Stay where you are. And why am I bringing all of this up? Now look at Shakur. Look at what he's done. Jamel Herring, Devin Haney, look at what he said. He's going back and forth with fans on Twitter. All of that. Trying to go at George Kambosos. They didn't give him that fight. He gave it to his Christian brother. And Vasily Lomachenko with 3 losses. But Shakur was undefeated. What fight is more valuable? To me, it was Shakur. But he gave it to his Christian brother, right? So no Kambosos, no Lomachenko. You ducked Devin. I don't know what's wrong with you and Tank. I don't know what's happening there. You fucked off a relationship with Jamel Herring. Now watch this. You go to Saudi, chances are that might have been your biggest payday, and that may have been the path of least resistance. It may have, let's say the injury's real, y'all, which I don't believe, but let's say it's real. Read the title of my show. Read that last part in parentheses. What does it say? Somebody put it in the chat. What does it say? I want to make sure y'all paying attention. What does it say? Just a quick copy and paste. Let me see who's paying attention. Let the karma begin. So let's say this injury's for real. And he was going to go there and school Cordina, right? Let's say that was going to happen. Main biker in that super chat, salute. He says, Jared helped Fury versus Wilder. He ain't helped UB versus Bacoli. Thank you. Did y'all know that? Y'all forgot? Jared was in Fury's camp. And then when we asked him, did Fury post? Because Jared was, let me park there for a minute. Thank you, Main biker. When he got on Twitter, you remember when they said we got to stop the camp, we got COVID going through here. And they started asking people, yo, y'all got COVID? They cornered Joseph Parker at a UFC event. They said, you got COVID, why are you here? He said, what? COVID? What do you mean? You was in Fury's camp. They stopped the camp because there's COVID going through the camp. You were there. I don't got COVID. Then Jared Anderson's driving back up to Ohio. Jared, you got COVID? And he's on Twitter making faces. I'm like, what is that? Do you have COVID? Because we heard the camp really got discontinued because you was whipping Fury's ass. That's what we heard. So we ready to give him credit. And I know what happens in camp stays in camp. But all he had to do was say no comment. Instead, he's on there with faces. But like, yo, bro, all right, forget it. We heard you was whooping his ass, fine. But are you okay? Do you have COVID? He even want to answer that. Right. Y'all remember that? I don't feel bad about this Bacoli fight at all. In fact, I felt very good. I felt very good. Thank you. Time reveals all truth. Thank you. I'm good. So now, back to Shakur. Let's say the hand injury is real. I'm sure he was going to get paid. I'm a lowballer. I think I'm a low. Let's say he was going to get 2.5 for being a co-main event. And they were flying him in there, right? And his hand is really messed up. You are no longer fighting on a Saudi card. Your hand is messed up. And you was about to fight a guy, you was about to dog walk in Cordina. And now you're missing a co-main event on a Saudi card, your first one. Because your hand is injured. If God is talking, you're not listening. Everything you did, the universe said, bop! Not so fast. Thank you, J-Man. No payday. So if it's real, I don't care. If it's fake, which I believe it is, either way, it's all bad. But I don't think ain't nothing wrong with this kid. I think he's full of shit. Stormy B-Man in that super chat, much love. He said, how about an injury to his jab hand? And he not being a power punching fighter, but a defensive minded sort. We're to believe his jab hand. Yo, I didn't even think about that. Hold on. Yo. Aaron, salute. Shauna, what's good? Yo, that's his jab hand. What? Bruh.
Good night.
Yo, I'm not saying it's impossible. But what did he... All right, hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. When Deontay broke his hand, it was the right hand. It was the right hand. Normally, when fighters break their hands, It's the power hand. Floyd Mayweather broke his hand 12 times. It was his right hand. Joe Calzaghe. Was Joe Calzaghe a southpaw? The hand he always broke was his power hand. It wasn't his jab hand. Now, I'm not saying it's not impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible. You know, that can happen. But what the fuck was he doing breaking his jab hand? I don't know why y'all not subscribed. I don't know what y'all not. Bro, I didn't even think about that. Go subscribe to Stormy B, man. That's why we call him the sensei. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that. What? Exactly, Queen. Stormy came in here, knocked the shit off the table, and left. I didn't even think of that. That's his jab hand. Why? How did he break that? Yo.
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
Pillow fist. Pillow fist indeed. All this shit y'all talked about Devin, how is it not applying to this dude? Oh, shit. Stormy just came in here and said, yo, it's his jab hand, guys, and just walked back out the room. He opened the window and said, yo, it's his jab hand, and then closed the window. That's it. Yo, funny. The hand that's perfectly fine is the hand he uses to write. It's his good hand. He can still play. He can still play with it. Yeah, Stormy. Yep. Can y'all think of any fighters? I'm saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not possible. Can y'all think of any fighter that broke their jab hand? And if they did, it's probably like a car accident or something like that, like motorcycle or something at home. Trill Will, my brother, what's good? How did he hurt it? He heard it in training? Somebody put Stormy's link in the description, please. Because here I am going off on this dude because I just don't believe him. And that was some straight Sherlock Holmes, Scooby-Doo and the gang right in your face, and I didn't even think of that. I've hurt my hand a few times in my life doing sports. 2 times it was my right hand, and it was terrible because I couldn't write in school. I had a cast around my thumb. I'm like retarded, like couldn't do anything. I was like, yo, man, it was horrible. Funny how this dude broke his left hand or tore a ligament. George Kambosos made $9 million. Wait, hold on. $9 million for Kambosos, 3.5 for Loma, and Shakur won't take 3.5 versus Devin. Oh, wait, hold on. It was 60-40, yeah. Kambosos got more bread than Shakur. He has a better resume now. After he fought Devin twice and Lomachenko once. Lost all 3, but still has more market value because he got a whole country behind him. Oh, Jesus Christ. Whoa! I mean, that's what they say. He got a country behind him, right? But he wouldn't take 25% from Devin for 4 belts, a fight that he could have won, right? I mean, there's always that possibility. This is why I don't fuck with Shakur. And now his hand's broken? Now his hand is broken? Y'all believe this shit? And now, thank you, Stormy. His jab hand broke, y'all. How many times Torre Gotti broke his hand? Yo, Roy Jones Jr. tore his bicep in camp leading up to the Felix Trinidad fight. He still fought. He could have knocked, I was talking to Thomas about this last night. He could have knocked Trinidad out. We was wondering, like, when he knocked him down twice, I was wondering why he didn't get him out of there. And at the end of the fight, when he stretched out his arms, I think it was his left bicep was higher than the other one. He tore it in camp. But he didn't postpone the fight. Didn't Tank break his hand in the Eastside Cruz fight? Now, I know it's a little different. He broke his hand during the fight. Oh, yeah, Maxie Hughes. That was legitimate. Yeah. George Kambosos got a way better resume than Shakur. And you think I like saying that? No. I'm saying, look. And you don't want to get busy? What is this? And watch this. You funky black asses. Yo. Teofimo Lopez, anybody? Nobody wants to corner him. I mean, Devin tried to corner him again and he ducked him again. And where's your videos? You so worried about what I do and what BFTB does and what 78's doing? Nothing? And he wants to say nigga to you. Nothing? You got nothing?
Yeah, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Better than that!
Yo, and I be playing, my bottom lip be hanging. I'd be like, lips just grow and my hands get elongated. Exactly, Hannibal. Read what Hannibal said. Exactly. At 135, Kambosos is more proven than Tank. Just check the resume. I'm not talking about anything else Tank did. I'm talking about 135. Check the resume. Y'all want to talk about Ryan? He hit a jackpot with Ryan as far as payday. But who is Ryan Garcia for real? He never held a belt. He never held a pay-per-view on his own. He's just an Instagram model that these grown men have a sexual fantasy over. That's what he is. That's what he is. That's it. But look at what George Kambosos. Look, he got a win against Teofimo Lopez. He fought Lomachenko in a losing effort. He fought Devin Haney 2 times. And we could throw Maxie Hughes there. That's 5 fights at 135 that actually means something. Carl Burrell, my brother, what up? Tank hasn't done that. So these dudes, they stay getting knocked off. They stay getting knocked off, and I love it. Here today, gone today. Shout out to Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert, you know what? Chris Colbert with that sombrero on. Y'all remember Orko from He-Man?
That's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courtin', he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courtin', he did ride Crambo.
Bro. I ain't got to worry about that kid doing anything. Good. Fucking Orko walk around with that big ass hat on his head. Get him out of there. Good. Shout out to El Rayo. And I'm gonna tell you something. Shakur's so scared of the universe right now. Listen, I don't believe his hand is injured. But the flip side is, if his hand is injured, if it is injured, this is karma. You just blew a payday. But look at what you've done to do that. The bridges you've burned. Tariq says it's a torn tendon or ligament, much worse than a broken hand. Well, fine. Fine. I need to see proof. I don't believe him. And if it's true, good for you. You know what I'm saying? Good for you. I don't care. But I don't believe him. I think he's full of shit. But those injuries are the hardest to prove. Ask Charles Conwell. Tariq, look up Charles there's a link at the top. I did a video on it. I put a link in the description. This is 3 years ago. I put a link in the description, but the link don't work. It was ESPN. They took it down. Put in Charles Conwell. I read on that short video. I read from the article. It's pinned at the top. Everyone, when you get a chance, listen to that video. I did it 3 years ago. They use hand injury because they're the most difficult to prove. But watch this, Tariq. It's his jab hand. It's not his power hand. His jab hand, he tore a ligament. It's not impossible. But really? We don't believe you. You need more people. Henry Hunter says his jab hand is his power hand. Where? He don't have no knockouts with his jab hand. How many people he knocked out with his jab? Skinny Hussein dropped Manny Pacquiao with a power jab. Marvin Hagler was really a right-handed fighter. I mean, he was really right-handed in real life, but he fought southpaw. Sonny Liston was knocking teeth out with jabs. Name one opponent that Shakur knocked out or knocked down with a jab. No, I'm not accepting any of this. I'm not accepting it. I'm not giving Shakur no passes. No. Tariq says Bud Cousin confirmed it on Blue Live yesterday. I don't know Bud's cousin, and salute the Blue, but I don't care. Two things going on here. Number one, Shakur's a liar. Number two, even if he's telling the truth, good for him. Good for him. So Tariq, and I'm not being disrespectful, we got two things going on. Number one, he's a liar. Number two, if he's telling the truth, good for him. Good for him. You're blowing a Saudi payday because your non-power hand has a torn ligament in it. The odds. The odds. It's God talking, and I hope he's listening. And who is Bud's cousin, by the way? Listen, people say a lot of weird things on here. I mean, I can't deny or confirm anything. Bud's cousin? Who is he? Do y'all know who he's talking about? Bud's cousin? Was he on the panel? Who's Bud's cousin? I can easily find this out. People do this. They say, and I'm not firing shots at you, Tariq, because people just come in Blues chat and they say a lot of stuff. I'm Mike Tyson's cousin. I'm Bud's cousin, but they never get on the panel. Bud's cousin, who? Who's Bud's cousin? Who is he? What's his name? Ain't nothing to find out. Yeah, J-Man, there's a dude on BF channel. I'm Tank's cousin. The dudes that be beefing with BF, here's the funny part. The dudes that be beefing with BF, be from Baltimore, and Baltimore, and fuck you, and da-da-da-da. And here's the funny part. BF has a real relationship with people that fuck with Tank on his team. Did y'all know that? I'm just saying. So when these people, these super fans who don't even know Tank, they might have been in the same room or saw him on the phone and they're infatuated with his tattoos and cornrowed hair. But you're fans. So all this talk that y'all do, BF. Know what y'all don't know? The weekend that Devin fought Ryan, Tank's OG was there. I didn't meet him. I wasn't introduced, but I saw him. He was there. I wasn't introduced. And this was Friday night. But I was told. BF told me, yo, see, I was like, that's her. Oh, okay. So BF has a relationship with them, unknown to y'all. See, when BF goes off on Tank, is it about his skill set? No. It's about what he's not doing, what he could be doing. It comes from a place of boxing, best fighting the best. When I go off on Tank, when I go off on Tank, do I talk about his lack of skill set in the ring? I said no, he has more to prove by way of his contemporaries, and he's being a dick. He's being a dick. As a black man, he's being a dick. Can't check. Did Tank's uncle not beam in on my show? Remember that? Where it came from? My ridicule of Tank comes from a place of being a black man. It actually still comes from a place of concern. Everything from him crashing up cars and leaving the scene of the crime, to him not knowing how to choose a woman. He's choking one bitch out of the basketball game, and then he impregnated another bitch to try to get him killed by police. All of these things. And then how he's treating with Devin and he's shaking hands with Ryan. I'm supposed to just accept all of that? I want to resurrect George Floyd and kill him again and join the Ku Klux Klan. And Tank shook hands with that kid. How do you not question that? You see? What did that have to do with boxing? Nothing. Hey, you want to punch Devin in the face? You see him, it's on sight, right? Punch him in the face in Saudi for $50 million. Nah, give me 2 Ferraris. Turk said, I'll give you 2 gloves. But when you see Devin, it's on sight, you saw him on some nigga shit, nothing happened. So no 50 million, but you want to pump fake a fight in the street, and that's what you do with your Muslim brother, your black brother? What my problem with Tank? What's my problem with Tank? I just told you. And if all of that, what I said, is cool with you, because why? You like his tattoos, his cornrows, and he punched people in the face in the ring? How about he punched the correct people in the face in the ring? He ain't do it to Shakur. He ain't do it to Devin. But you cool watching him pinball Hector Garcia and weight drain Ryan Garcia, right? You cool with that. And then you ask me what my problem is. Tariq says 2 hours and 4 minutes in Blues Live yesterday. I'll check it out. You know what? I'll do you one better than this, Tariq. I'll call Blue, because you know that's my guy. I'll just call him and I'll ask him and I'll have him tell me what he thinks. Fair enough? Because Blue's connected. Blue's the most well, I'm not gonna say he's one of the most connected people in the boxing community. I'll just call him and ask. Now, my opinion is twofold. I don't believe Shakur. I don't care if Jesus came back today and said, son, it's really torn. I'm like, well, Jesus, I don't believe him. He'll go right back to Shakur and be like, wait, what? Why you lie to me? No. But if it is, good for him. He tore a ligament in his jab hand, the odds. But if it is, good for him. He deserves this. No payday. Get well soon. And what does he do after this? Does he still fight Cordina? Everything he does is under a microscope now. and how he's behaved, he needs to be picture perfect for the rest of his career because he's under extreme ridicule. I'm watching to see what happens, and the world is watching because as soon as he loses, if he loses, everyone's going to be hitting him with the what? I told you so. I told you he wasn't shit. I told you that running is going to catch up to him. It catch up to everybody. Look what happened to Roy Jones. Like Roy Jones is a runner. Niggas waited until Roy lost to Tarver to say, I told you so. Never mind the fact he was dominating for 15 years. They waited for that moment to say, this is what they do. Remember, black people, the losses get hung over their head. But Willie Pep goes to the Hall of Fame and gets movie deals. Mickey Ward has a movie, right? Mickey Ward, Arturo Gatti, had a list named after him. The Fight Game, Jim Lampley, the Gatti list. Who the fuck wants to be on the Gatti list? No disrespect to Arturo, I know he was murdered and everything, but yo, don't put me on that list. He was a walking punching bag in a lot of his fights. What are you talking about? Keep me off it. Man, I'm done. Y'all have a good weekend. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, Cash App, Super Chat. I was supposed to do pep talk last night, didn't do it. I was tired. Yeah, I'm human. I think the general's on, and the topic today is Shakur. Y'all believe what y'all want to believe, but I know what I know. So y'all be safe out here.
Okay, have a crappy weekend. Hope your house burns down.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.